Hey everyone, welcome to the third episode of the Wio Terminal Classroom. So in this episode, I will teach you how to add fonts and display on the Wio Terminal LCD screen. So without further ado, let's start. So let's start by going into the wiki page of the Wio Terminal, and then from there select platform, Wio Terminal, and then LCD. So I have talked about the basic graphics usage of LCD in my previous videos, and for this video I will start with fonts. So Wio Terminal has already installed a font library called GNU Free Fonts Library. So you can follow along with me in this video and you'll be able to use your favorite font to display on the Wio Terminal. So when talking about fonts, the font library that we have included has 3 different fonts, and there are 3 different font styles, and also this you can use this library to have 4 different font sizes. When you use these fonts to display text on the Wio Terminal screen, there are 3 ways to reference these fonts. So before we start using these fonts, let's go to File Explorer first, and then you need to find this freefonts.h file. So first you can search on this search bar, search for freefonts.h, and then you need to include this .h file inside your Arduino sketch. So let me show you how. So first let's open Arduino, and then let's save this first. Save as. In here we'll save it as fonts example. Yeah, and then let's copy this freefonts.h and paste it into here, fonts example, inside this sketch, inside this directory. Let's copy this, copy and paste that h file. So this is very important because otherwise when you call the .h file from the Arduino code, it cannot find this .h file from that previous location. So you need to make sure that you include this .h file inside your sketch. Let's go back. So now that we have included the .h file in our sketch, so let's try to use these fonts and draw some text. So let me open the Arduino first, and then from there I can explain. So let's go ahead and start typing our codes. So let's first include the Tft Lcd Library, which is Tft espi.h, and after that let's include the free fonts library, free fonts, the library that we just saw, .h, and after that let's initialize the library, the Tft Lcd library. Now let's start initializing the Tft Lcd screen by writing tft.begin and setting the rotation of the LCD screen. Set rotation, set it as 3. After that let's fill the screen with black color. tft.fill screen, tft black. So we have initialized the library, the screen, and we have set the color of the background to black. So now let's set the font for the text that we are going to write. So as I told you, these 3 methods can be used. So let's go ahead and open our sketch and open this file, .h file, freefonts.h file. You can see how the different fonts are referenced here. So here in method 1 it says font file name. If you look closely here, you can see the font file name. For example, and free mono 9pt7b. So you write this part here, that's the font file name, and you can select any from here. You can according to your own preference. So let's use this with Arduino. So I will write as tft dot so I'm using method 1 here. So tft dot set free font, and then I'm going to use this free mono bold 9 pt. So I'm going to use this font file name and copy it here. After that, I'm going to draw the string as we drew in hello world example, draw string. So we're going to use draw string. We have done this before. Draw string. I will write the string. This is an example, and after that I will set the location of the string, where the string starts. So I want the string to start at 0 0 0 x location and 0 y location. After that, let's run the code and see the result on the screen. So now you can see the result on the screen. After this, let's go back and let's use method 2 now. So let's use method 2, this method. So let's initialize first. tft dot set free font. So that's where you set the font, and then you write ff, and after that you write this number after ff. So if you look at this .h file, so for every font file there is a corresponding ff plus a number. So you can use any from here. So for this I will use this one, ff25, so which is free sans oblique at 9, the size is 9 points. So ff25, I'm going to use it, ff25, and then I'm gonna draw a string, and then I will draw it. I will write it as this is method 2, and for the location I will set it as x0, and for the y location I will set it as 50, and then let's run the code and see the result on the screen. So as you can see, you have different style of font displayed on this screen according to the font I have defined here. So finally let's use method 3. So tft dot set free font. Yeah, at first you need to select this free font, so f, you need to write f at first, and then let's do mono, for M for mono, and then I would like it to be bold, which is B, so B, and then let's set the size as 12, and then let's draw another string, draw string. So I would like the string to be this is method 3, and then let's keep the x location here, and let's change the y location to 100. Now let's upload the code and see. So in this example we use all three methods, 1 2 3, these three methods to display these different fonts on the Wio Terminal LCD screen. So now I will explain how to use smooth fonts on the Wio Terminal LCD screen. So when using smooth fonts, you can display characters such as Japanese and Greek. Also you can use the fonts that are already installed on your computer to display on the Wio Terminal LCD screen. So first we need to use a software called processing to convert the font into a smooth font. But once you convert this font, sometimes the file size is pretty big, and the internal flash storage on the Wio Terminal, which is 4 MB, is not enough to store your font files. Due to that issue, we can load the font into the SD card first, and then we can read the font from the SD card. So to use the SD card with Wio Terminal, you need to install the SD card library. So first let's go ahead to this link, and then from here we need to download two repositories. One is Arduino FS and one is Arduino SFUD. So let's go ahead and download this repo first. So download it as a zip file, and then download this SFUD repo as well. So now let's open Arduino, because we need to install these libraries into the IDE. So go to Sketch, Include Library, and Add Zip Library. Go to the location where you downloaded the libraries, and these two are the files. So first let's install this FS. So as you can see, it says it's added to your libraries, and then you need to install the other library also, the SFUD library. This one, open. So now you have successfully added the libraries, these two libraries, to your Arduino IDE. So after that, it says you need to install the Tft Lcd library here. But once you install the board library for your Wio terminal, as I have explained in the previous videos, the Tft Lcd library is already included with the Wio terminal board library. So now let's move on to generating the VLW font file that you need to display on the Wio terminal. So let's go ahead and download this software called Processing. So go to that link and then download it. So I will install Windows installer here because I'm on a Windows computer. So wait a few minutes until this download is finished. After that, go ahead and install this software. So you need to install this .exe file. So get started. So now we have the processing software running. So let's go ahead and navigate to Tools, Create Font, and then in this window you can select any font that you want which is already installed on your computer. So in my case, I will select Cambria. I will select this font, and you can specify the font size here. So I will specify as 20 and select smooth, and after that from characters I will select default characters, and I will keep this file name as Cambria 20 and then press OK. After that, go to File, Save, and save your sketch into your computer. So I will save it into here. I will save it as smooth font. Now it's saved as smooth font. So now insert a micro SD card into the computer. So after that, you'll be able to see your micro SD card here on this PC. Then go to the location where we saved the smooth font file before, and go to this folder called data, and then in there you will be able to find the .vlw file that we generated. So copy this file and paste it into the SD card. After that, remove the SD card and insert it into the Wio terminal. So now let's go ahead and configure the LCD library for the smooth fonts. So by default, the smooth font option for this library is turned off in order to save the resources on the Wio terminal. So you need to configure to enable the smooth font on the Wio terminal. So to do this, you need to navigate to user setup.h file. So you can see user setup.h file inside this Arduino libraries. So if you cannot find this user setup.h file, you can search inside this search bar and find that file. After that, I'm going to open that file. So you can use your favorite text editor to open this file. So I'm going to use Visual Studio Code here. After that, search for smooth font and When you search smooth, it's going to show here. So in here you can see this line is commented, so you need to make sure to uncomment this line, and after that save it and close the file. So now you have enabled smooth font in Wio Terminal, and we will have a look at how to use these smooth fonts by using Arduino. So let's open Arduino first. Now let's start writing our codes. First, let's include the Tft Lcd Library, and let's include the file system library that we have installed. After that, include the SD card library, sd.h. Then initialize this ESPI library, the LCD library, and then let's write void setup. Let's initialize this LCD tft.begin, and let's serial.begin, because we will need this data. I will show you. And set the rotation. As 3, and then let's fill the screen in black. After that, we need to write this code to check whether the SD card is connected, or else if there is any problem with the SD card. So SS pin SD card SPI. So this is a while loop. So we have the serial dot print here. SD card error. So what this code will do is, if there is any error on the SD card, or if the SD card is not installed, this loop will check for it, and it will give an error if so. So it will keep on going through this loop until the error is fixed, or until the SD card is installed. So once it is fixed or installed, so the code will continue to run from here. And the serial.print, this message will be shown on the serial monitor of the Arduino. So that's why we initialized here as serial.begin to start the serial communication. Then let's add a delay here, delay of 1 second, which is 1000 milliseconds. So now let's add the font. So to add the font, you write tft.load font, and then you need to point to the location where you have copied the font inside the SD card. So in our case, we have the font in the root, and the font file name was this Cambria 20. So you need to write the name of the font file, Cambria 20, that we have copied inside the SD card. And after that, write tft.showFont. So what this will do is, this will show all the characters that are supported by this font, and it will display these characters for 2 seconds. Now let's go ahead and set the text color. So tft.set text color, and I would like the color to be red, so tft red, and after that I will use a new command here, that is println and set cursor. So before to draw a string, we use tft.drawString, which retrieve the string and also set the location in one single line. But here we have to use two commands, that is println to show the text string, and use the set cursor command to specify the location where the text starts. So let's go ahead and write this code, tft.set cursor, and let's set it as 0 0, and let's print a string, tft.println. This is a smooth font, and let's print another string, println. This is the second line. So here we use ln because this string will be printed below this string. If you just use print without ln, this string will be displayed after this string, so keep that in mind. So after this you can unload the font if you would like to by using tft.unload font, and this is going to unload this font. And once you load another font here after this function, and when you put string after that font, so that font will be applied to the string underneath that font. So in this way you can add different font styles to your strings. So in this example I will not use unload font because I just want to show this font, the Cambria 20 font. And so let's finish this by typing the loop, because loop is needed to use this Arduino code, and there's no code inside this loop, so we will just keep it empty. So now all the characters are loaded at first, and now the strings that we define from the code are displayed on the screen of the Wio terminal. So that's it for this video. If you guys like this video, please give a thumbs up, and also make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay updated with all our videos which are coming in the future. So see you guys in the next video.